Hey everybody, welcome to another episode here on Jessica Smith TV. I am so excited to be joined today by my sister Courtney, who is currently in her 3rd trimester. So she's graciously agreed to work out with us today so we can go through this prenatal strength workout together. So let's just kind of walk and talk here while we warm things up. We just kind of want to get the blood flowing here a little bit. First and foremost, please make sure you have your doctor's clearance before trying this or any other exercise program or video at home. Everybody is different, so make sure that this is appropriate for you and your pregnancy, wherever you are in your journey now. So we're gonna keep things very low impact, very safe for pregnancy, no matter where you are, whether you're in your 1st, 2nd, or 3rd trimester here. What we're gonna use today after our warm-up is a set of light hand weights. I'm working with 5 pounds, Courtney's gonna be working with 3. You work with what you have. You may even wanna just use your body weight, and that's absolutely fine. So let's steady the feet here. We're just gonna go into a little bit of a squat position, sit back into the hips. Good, so we just kind of want to start warming up the joints here before we start lifting any added weight. Just sit back into it, stand it up tall. Good. Now let's add the arms. We're just going to reach the arms up overhead, come down to the thighs. Still keeping that nice gentle squat. Good. So you may notice now that you're pregnant that your heart rate rises a little bit faster than it used to, right, Cor? So you might already start to feel the breath picking up, and that's okay. But just remember throughout the workout today that if you feel like you're pushing a little bit too much, please take your foot off the gas at any point. Take a rest, take a breath. You don't have to keep up with us completely. Just do what works best for your body. Let's do 2 more. Good. Nice job, nice. Now from here, we're gonna work those posture muscles. Keep your hands at your hips. You're just gonna give me a little bow forward and then stand up. So we're gonna feel a little bit of a stretch in the hamstrings as we lean. And then I want you to really think about using the back side of your body to bring you up. Good. Now we're gonna start to add some arms to this. As you pitch forward, reach for the floor. As you come back, squeeze your elbows back behind your back. So you're gonna inhale down and exhale, pull. So I'm thinking about aiming my elbows to the wall that's behind me as I bend them back behind the body. Squeezing the shoulder blades back in together. Good. So really working through those posture muscles that line our spine, in our upper back. Good. And I also want you to think about kind of keeping those core muscles always turned on. So it's gonna feel like, if we activate those muscles, like you kind of have a little corset around your belly. So from the front to the back, just kind of think about hugging those muscles in towards your baby, like you're giving your baby a big hug with your belly. Give me 2 more. Last one. Great job, good. So we feel warm enough now to start lifting those weights. Okay, so let's go get our dumbbells. And remember that picking up your weights is just as important as when you lift them. So you don't wanna just lean over, pick them up off the floor. That's how we pull things on our back, which we don't wanna do. So if you have them down on the floor, carefully pick them up with your legs. Even better, you can keep them on a chair so they're easy to grab. So we're gonna start off with our first move, which is a plie curl. We're gonna start with the feet wide, knees and toes turned out, palms are in front. Just first give me a little plie pulse. So we're gonna bend the knees out of the toes. My knees are cracking. Keep the shoulders back and down, chest is lifted. You're gonna keep this pulse and we're gonna alternate curling, 1 arm at a time. So we come in and switch. So we always wanna be using control with weights. Just think about your elbows staying stationary by your sides, so that those biceps do all of the lifting for you. Yeah, good. Now, even though this is a strength workout today, you're probably gonna feel some cardio in there with your breath, right? Because we have so many muscles working at once. So again, keep listening to your body. Do what works for you. If you've been lifting weights a long time, this may feel easier for you. If you haven't been lifting for a while, this may feel more challenging. So remember, you can always set your weights down at any time. We have 4 more counts here. It's 4, 3, good, 2, last set. Beautiful. Now let's work the back of the body. So we're just gonna turn to the side here. Pivot your back foot in. Peanut, you gotta move a little bit. Front knee is gonna stay bent. We're just gonna reach slightly forward from our hips, extending the arms. Now just give me a row here, pulling through the back. Good. So it's a little bit of a modification from your traditional bent over row where you're really leaning forward from your hips. You can kind of think of creating a diagonal line from your back heel out to the crown of your head and really focus on squeezing through the back side of your body to draw those weights to the sides of your rib cage here. So we pull and release. Good. How's that feeling, Court?
Great.
Good. So one of the things you may have noticed, and this is what Courtney's been telling me, is that the back of her body is feeling a little weaker, right? Because you've got that added weight in the front, the center of gravity of your body has shifted a little bit. So strengthening the back of the body is so important, not only while you're pregnant, but after the baby comes too. Let's do 4 more here. Good, last 2. Perfect. Now let's take it back to that plie position. Just turn back towards us, turning the knees and toes out. We're gonna go back to that plie with the arms in front, pulse it down. Let's alternate that curl and squeeze. Good. Nice. So we're doing higher repetitions because we're keeping the weights rather on the light side. That doesn't mean you can't lift heavy during your pregnancy, but it can be a little bit safer to stay with the lighter weights because it's a little easier on your joints. And it just allows you to kind of stay with the movement a little bit longer to really get it down into your body to feel comfortable with it. Good. But again, it's all about preferences. If you prefer those heavy weights and you've got the form down, you've got your doctor's okay, it's fine to do that. We just prefer the lighter weights, right? We like those light weights. They're also easier to have at home. I don't know too many people that have, big dumbbells. They're hard to store, right? These are a little easier to slide under the bed. Just make sure you pull them back out. 4 more. 3, good. 2, last set. Beautiful. Let's turn to the other side and set up that row. So we're going to bend the front knee, make that diagonal from your heel through your head, reach your arms. Good. Now let's go to the row. We pull and reach. Good. So you don't need to be looking at us. You know what to do. Go ahead and line up your chin with your chest, keeping the back of your neck nice and long. And really activate the muscles in the back of your body. Yeah. Pull back. So this is a move, maybe the baby's on the changing table, you're pulling it up and in towards you here. You're gonna use those back muscles a ton once that baby comes. So let's really strengthen them up here. Good, pull it back. Beautiful, here's your final 4. Squeeze. Excellent, last 2. Good, nice work. Now let's come back. Standing back up, we're gonna keep working the back of our body, a little bit for the triceps. So we're gonna stand with our feet about hip width apart. We're just turning to the side so you can see it better. You're gonna lean just a little bit forward from your hips, bending your elbows behind you. And I want you to push and slightly bend. So notice we're not gonna bring the weights all the way down and back. We just want to keep the elbows lifted and push. We have the palms turned up to the ceiling. Good. Now use those core muscles in your belly for support for your spine here. So you're in that little forward pitch position, which can strain your back. So think about your belly hugging your baby to support the spine in this slightly hinged position. Again, if you start to feel a lot of stress or strain in your back, go ahead and stand up, take a breather anytime you want. Good. Push back. Squeeze. So we're really squeezing through those triceps. Keep the neck long and relaxed. Just 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Now we're going to step our back foot forward, coming into a split stance. Our next exercise is a lunge and a press. So bring your weights up in front of your shoulders. We're going to bend both knees, lunging down, and as you extend your legs, press it up. So you don't have to go really deep into the lunge to feel this move, right? And as you press those weights up, keep them slightly in front of your head. Now we're moving at a nice quick tempo, but that doesn't mean that you can't go slower. Do a couple less repetitions. That's absolutely fine. We're gonna really feel the heart rate spiking up on this one as those arms press overhead. How you doing, Court?
Good.
Yeah, can we do 8 more?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good. 7, 6, 5, keep that posture. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Go ahead and release everything. Let's turn around to the other side. We're gonna bring the feet back, hip width apart, going back to the triceps. So we had a little break for the back. Hinge forward again, elbows behind you. Ready? Squeeze it back and then bend. Good. Nice. So really just pushing through the back of your body. Nice. I don't know about you, but I'm breathing heavy over here. You must be too. Good. I'm not pregnant, but I'm feeling this. Good. Squeeze it back. Pressing the palms to the sky. Really try to control those weights. Not a lot of swing here. Good. Press and push. Good. Peanut is exhausted for both of us. And lift. Good. So again, check in with your spine. Make sure those core muscles are on and supporting your back. We have 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, last one. Perfect. Let's bring it up. We're going to step the back foot forward, getting ready for that lunge to press. So bend your elbows, weights in front of you. Go straight down into your lunge. Push overhead. Perfect. It's down and up. Excellent. Good. So you can hear in my voice, my breathing is picking up more with this movement. So yours will be too. Remember, you can slow it down if you want. You can get rid of your weights if you want. Just try to keep it going, whatever way works for you. Nice. Looking great, Court. Let's do 8 more here. It's 8 and push. 7, 6, yes. 5, 4, excellent, almost there. 3, 2, one more. Great job, good. Let's bring it back to the center. So now we're just gonna set one of our weights down and we're gonna hold that other weight at both ends. So we're gonna do a little squat and cross chop. So your feet are gonna be facing forward. And when you're pregnant, you might find that taking your feet wider than hip width feels a little more comfortable for your hips. So feel free to widen your stance here. We're gonna sit back into the hips and reach that dumbbell to the outside of one knee. Press, extending. We're gonna bend the elbows in the middle, push it up to the corner. Now notice my hips are staying square. We're not gonna do a twist on this one, but you're gonna really feel that in the waistline. So we come down and press up. Inhale, squat back in your hips. Exhale, push up. So we're gonna go a little bit slower. So we really have time to take that nice big twist and press the weight. Sit back into it and push up, good. So we shouldn't feel any torque or twist in the knees if those hips are staying square. The twist is happening through your rib cage and the shoulder girdle. Down and up, good. How's that feeling, Court? Great, good. And press, nice. Inhale and exhale, you got it. Down and lift, let's do 2 more. Down and lift, 1 more. Down and lift, good. We're gonna go back to the back of the body here. See if you can bring your feet together now. So we're doing this on purpose for a little bit more of a balance challenge. Bend your knees slightly for me. You're gonna just let the weight hold your hands. Come down for 2 counts. Come up with a flat back. So we were doing this in our warm up. So we're feeling the backs of the legs and the back of the body. How's that feel? Good. Do you feel a difference with the narrow stance? Oh yeah. A little bit more of a challenge for the balance. So you're kind of gonna feel the ankles and the feet kind of kicking in here. Good. Now just like you did in the warm up, let's see if we can use that upper back. And at the top, you're gonna pull the weight in front of your chest, squeezing the elbows back and behind you, yeah. So your elbows may want to stay a little closer, they can open wide, just kind of see what feels better for you. Down, pull back. So when we're holding a baby, we don't always get to open up to that nice wide row that we normally have with our dumbbells, right? So this is a little bit more realistic for us. Unless you happen to have a basketball player child, right? Then that baby might be a little bit longer, but take it down and up. Inhale, down and up. Good. And squeeze it, give me 2 more. Down and lift, last one. Down Beautiful, good. Okay, let's take the feet back wide. So we're gonna do that squat and press on the other side. So widen the feet to where you're comfortable. Sit back in the hips, reach and press. Down and push, good. So sit back into your hips, press it up tall. So it's a little slower tempo, which means if you want, you can go a little further down into that squat, because we got time for it. Think of making that diagonal line down and push it up. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Take it down and up. Nice. Peanut is so relaxed. Down and lift. Let's do one more. Down and up. Very good. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our weights completely down to the side. So now we're gonna come on down to the floor here. So Courtney's gonna come to her hands and her knees. And we just wanna make sure that your hands are right underneath your shoulders, your knees are gonna be underneath your hips. And again, create that sensation of hugging your belly into your baby. And we wanna make sure that we're not sinking into the wrist. So always think about pushing away from the floor with your chest. Yeah, exactly. So from here, all she's gonna do, without Peanut in the way, is bend her front knee and lift it out to the side of her hip. Take it back to the floor. Good, do it again. Out to the side and back down. So there's a little shift that has to happen to lift that leg up, right, Court? You gotta move your center of gravity a little bit, but you're working through the hips and the glutes. So make sure you're following Courtney on this move, not me. This is not a break time. There you go, good. So we're really getting into those hips and glutes. Yeah, now the couple of things that you can do here to make yourself more comfortable. If you need more padding for your bottom knee, you can fold a mat or a towel underneath it. Yeah, you can do it on a pillow, whatever you need to do to get more comfortable. Can you do two more, Courtney? I promise I'm still counting here. Yeah, last one. Now, can you hold it up for me? Yeah, now all I want you to do is bring your knee towards your shoulder. Up and back to where you were. A little bit quicker. You're gonna go 8, yes, 6, and 4, 3, 2, bring it down. Oh yeah, did you feel that? Good, excellent. Okay, so let's move on. Now I want you to just extend that same leg behind you and reach this arm in front of your shoulder. Now keep pushing away from the floor so that you're engaging that chest. Peanut's just telling you you're doing a great job. So she's pushing away from the floor with her chest. She's using those core muscles for balance. Just hold it. Yeah, so this is a great core exercise. Again, you don't have to work your abs with crunches, especially not while you're pregnant. You don't want to be doing anything laying on your back. So this is a great way to keep strengthening the core. She's holding it like it's no work, but I know she's working. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Relax, good. Now just go ahead and widen your knees, sit back to a child's pose. Yeah, so just take a minute to relax your arms, relax your back, take some nice deep breaths. Beautiful. All right, Court, come on up for me. We get to do all that on the other side. So you can turn around and face us this way. Good. You're so good. I don't even have to like point anything out. Okay, so your hands are underneath your shoulders. You're pushing away from the floor. The knees are hip width apart. So make sure you switch legs. Now you're going to use the other leg, just opening it to the side of your hip, out and down. Good. And out and down. Good. And as you're doing this, you're just doing your best not to lean too much to the side. Now you can certainly shift a little bit to help lift that leg, but you don't want to let the shoulders start to move, and we want to do our best to keep our hips square. Peanut, get out of the way. Out and down. Very good. So she's lifting. Really great exercise for the hips and the glutes here. You're also getting into that low back. Do you feel the low back here on the side? And up. Good. And of course the obliques are also helping us. They really help us with that last little pulse. 2 more. Perfect. Now take this one up and hold it. You ready? Let's pulse that knee to the shoulder. Up and up. Good. Really using this side oblique muscles. Oh yeah. Last 4, 3, 2, gorgeous. Bring it down, take a breath. So that front leg and back arm are gonna extend out. Reach and hold it, good. So you take a second to just really find your balance, squaring up the hips and the shoulders. Try not to lean too much. Just keep holding and holding, breathe. Now one nice thing is her head is right in line with her spine. Make sure you're not dropping your chin to the floor. Come down, child's pose, take a breath. Woo, good job. Nice work, Court. Okay, so we're gonna finish up with a side plank series, so whatever side you wanna start on. And you're gonna come to your elbow. So she's stacking her body. We're gonna keep your bottom knee bent, and we wanna stack our hips on top of each other. Yeah. Now your top hand can be on the floor for more support, or you can just extend it up above your shoulder. I'll let you decide what you wanna do. So, okay, perfect. So we're gonna bring your elbow right underneath your shoulder, and you're just gonna lift away from the floor, coming up into that side plank position. Yeah. Now all I want you to do is lightly bring this hip to the floor. Just tap it down, push back up. 8, good, down. 7, excellent. 6, 5, gorgeous. 4, she's lifting through those obliques. 3, 2, last one, can you hold it? Good, keep pressing away from the floor. So if you start to feel your shoulder joint, bring your elbow a little closer to your body. Just keep holding and pressing. Good, we're almost there, I'm still counting. We have 4 more counts, it's 4, 3, 2, come on down, let your hip rest on the floor. Good, now you can take that top arm back to the ground, give yourself a little more support. We're gonna point this top foot, and we're just gonna lift it up in line with our hip. Yeah, now all I want you to do is make a little circle on the side wall, out and around. Yeah, good. So working into those hips and glutes again, how's that feel? Good. So if you wanted to make it harder, you can take this hand behind your head for a little more core challenge, or you can keep it on the floor, totally up to you. Keep lifting away from the ground with your ribs. Can you reverse the direction of your circle? Are you dying? You okay? Good. Peanut's gonna help you support your side body. Good. Squeeze. Just really think of your energy lengthening out through those pointed toes. 4, 3, 2, beautiful, relax. Good job. All right, let's slowly sit up, swing your legs to the other side. You're gonna be ready for the stretch at the end. Oh, yeah. Okay, so stacking the hips, stacking the body, that bottom knee is bent. You can bring your foot back more, we'll move Peanut out of the way. There you go, good. So we start with the lift, push up into your side plank, good. Now all you're gonna do is gently tap that bottom hip down to the floor and press it up. 8, good. 7, 6, make sure your hips are nice and stacked just like this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold and lift. Good. So you're lifting away from the floor. Really use the sides of the rib cage. Don't rely on your poor arm to hold you up here. Keep breathing. Good. Remember, you can rest before she does. She's super strong. She's been doing these forever, right? Come on down to the floor. Good. So let's put the hand down for now. Just point that top foot and start with your circle. So again, if you wanted to make it harder, you can bring the top hand behind your head. If you did it on the first side, try to do it here too. Keep lifting away from the floor. Yeah, beautiful. Good, get ready to reverse. Let's take it back to front, other way, good. So she's really stabilizing with the core body to keep the upper body really steady here. So it's all happening in those hips and glutes, right, Court? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Last 4, 3, 2, relax, have a seat. Good job. Okay, so from here, just see if you can sit comfortably with your legs crossed. Now you might want to put a pillow underneath your seat for a little bit more help. Are you okay there? Are you comfortable? Okay, so we're just gonna take a little forward stretch for the outside of those poor hips that just worked. Just go as far forward as you can. If you can bring your elbows to the floor, wow. If not, just leave it here. Kind of think of pitching forward with your pelvis, like you're pouring out. Your pelvis is a bucket of water. You want to pour the water forward. Yeah, do you feel that in the hips? Good. Nice, I'll just sit up really tall for me. Let's take a gentle twist. Take one hand across to your opposite knee. You can bring the other hand behind you. Look back over your shoulder. Just really keep that nice tall posture. And just relax the breath. Good, let's take it to the center and go the other way. Take the other hand across, lifting tall, just a nice gentle stretch. Good, come back in. Nice, now can we come up to the hands and the knees comfortably? So we're just gonna do a little modified down dog. So tucking the toes under into the floor. Think about lifting your hip up and back to where the wall meets the ceiling behind you. Just kind of push back. Now you can keep your knees really bent if that's comfortable. You can take your feet wider, whatever works for you. Just think about pushing your chest back to your legs. She's doing this with perfectly straight legs. I love it. I have to bend my knees even more. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Slowly and carefully support yourself. Bring your hands to your thighs. Bend your knees and slowly roll up through your spine. Good. Let's just take the hands behind the body. Lift your chest. Press the pelvis slightly forward. Open up the back. Open up the chest. Oh, yeah, good. And bring it in. Nice job. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this prenatal strength routine. If you want to continue stretching with us, please join us for our prenatal stretch session next. Otherwise, we look forward to sweating with you again real soon. Thanks so much, Court, for working out with me. Mwah. See you guys next time. Bye.